Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. He had a great, strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
When you look at this defense,
they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Shamrocks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When you look at this defense,
they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Here's Daniels.
Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Daniels looking to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23. Seven yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
And it got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Daniels. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 65 yards. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Fighting through it. He's got space.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now Daniels.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. but instead that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through, and that will tie our score at 14.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And what a big-time play there. 56 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Aviators take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They're going to try and throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, good move. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Off the RPO, he completes it. 20! Hard running at the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Shamrocks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
To the air goes Daniels.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Shamrocks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Throwing now is Daniels.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Aviators are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
And touchdown!
Trey Benson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Aviators strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Finding room at midfield.
And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Daniels looking to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Another run here with Benson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Daniels.
Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
To throw is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Point after here coming up. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Here's 1st down.
He'll drop to throw.
Finding Rudolph.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles,